I think we're all very excited about the win. It's such a hard place to get a win at. And, we respect Arizona State a great deal. There's no team that has gone through more adversity or fighting with injuries than they have. And it can really take a toll on a team. You can kind of sense they've been through a lot. We knew coming down that we would have to play well to win. And I give Kyle Fogg a lot of credit. He's done everything that I've asked and our staff's asked of him. He's become such a good defender. It was great to see him have a big night from three because he's worked hard all week to make that happen.
Yeah, for a while it seemed like he couldn't miss. He really seemed to get a hot streak.
Yeah, and Derek Williams always deserves credit, and part of the credit he deserves is when teams really try to collapse on him. Sometimes his presence alone can open up some shots for his teammates, but it's up to them to make them, and Kyle did take advantage of those.
Yeah, you mentioned Derek and the inside presence. The first time you guys played, kind of pounded it inside on him. Mm-hmm. Did you guys anticipate or let your guards know, hey, you might get some wide open look, be ready to shoot? Yeah, and we could have done a better job to maybe getting the ball to Derek. Derek didn't have one of his best games, especially just defensively. 5 fouls in one half it's not a good thing, and I don't mean that in a negative light towards anyone other than Derek. We have to keep getting him to concentrate and play hard so he stays out of foul trouble. But he's been a rock-solid, great player for us, and it's really nice to see some of his teammates step up.
How about Jesse Perry in the second half? I think he was a scoring machine. You welcome the physicalness of the game as well?
Jesse didn't have a very good first half, but he had an excellent second half. And Jesse's been a really big difference in last year's team to this year's. He gives us that dimension of toughness and scoring around the basket. And thought he came out of the locker room really ready to play well.
The game lacks some flow. I mean, very seldom very big runs. Is that part of these teams playing against it, or are you going to see late in the season, and maybe even see in the postseason where you catch games at one at a time?
I mean, I don't know.
A reason why it lacked flow? I don't know. Is there a reason why it did?
Probably because a lot of shots didn't go in. Both teams shot low percentages, and that's a real credit. Arizona State's defense is good, and especially at home, it's sometimes tough to generate good shots, and they did a great job defending us.
Sean, there's a big difference between being tied for first going into this next weekend and sole possession of first. Anything? Did you emphasize that at all going before this game and the importance of that? No.
When you're trying to win a championship or you're late into February, there's no game that means more than the next one. We play Washington on Saturday. That game's we pay the same price losing or winning as we do Washington State or Arizona State. We're in a conference race. We have 4 of our next 6 at home. We certainly want to take advantage of that, but at the same time, for us to make any game, this one's bigger than the next, it's not really the case. I think that's one reason we've been consistent with our winning. We've not tried to put the cart before the horse, so to speak, and it's important. We have a couple really good days of practice. We don't have a real mature team. We don't have great leadership, and we always walk that fine line between either being who we've been or changing, and when you see us change, we'll lose. And sometimes within a game, you can kind of sense that.
Does it make you feel good to going home with 4 to 6, playing as well as you're playing at home, though, at least? Or?
Yeah, and our focus is the next 3 days in Washington State. Washington State is a really good team, and they're capable of, as we all know, beating some of the best teams in the country. They have Klay Thompson, who's, in my mind, one of the best players in the game, college game, and we're going to have to really be ready, and hopefully our preparation will allow us to do that.